Welcome to the channel on the surf. Here is the family, Sandra, Hector and Jack. My name is Jimmy and we are the family that lives on the surf. So now it's time to tackle the inside of a boat. We're gonna start with the wood. So first thing, we apply a paint stripper on all the wood that's gonna be repainted. That door we're gonna replace. So it's just to start slapping it on. So now all the wood that's gonna be revarnished has had a coat of paint stripper. So now it's just to wait and let that do its thing. And I wasn't able to get that off because the hinges is mounted upside down, so I can't reach the screw in a good way. So I'm gonna try and save it anyway. If it works, I'm gonna need to add a trim just to cover up the small damages. But we will see. If it works, it works. Otherwise I have to break it away, make a new frame as well. And I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna try and save that. But during the time the paint stripper is doing its thing, we are gonna tackle a couple of other things before we start scraping. So let's do that. So the first thing we are gonna do while we're waiting, we are gonna make a hole for this. And underneath here, in there somewhere, it's hard to see, is the valve for the emergency dump for the septic tank. But since we are gonna mount that fridge freezer there, I'm not gonna be able to easy access that panel and reach into that valve. So first thing, we're gonna drill a pilot hole from this side. Then we are gonna go in, so it's gonna come out there somewhere. Make a bigger hole that this is gonna fit in. And I'm gonna paint this white, the same as I did with that small one there. So let's start drilling. So now we are through. Switch to a bigger drill and continue inside. So now all the wood that's left in the boat are sanded down. The frames, the door, on there. So now it's just to put some oil on, let that dry out, and then it's time to varnish. So this is before sanding. Hopefully I can save this door. I'm just gonna add a piece of trim here. And that looks quite good. We will see. But let's put some oil on. So now the oil is on, it's drying, and as you can see the wood is really dry. I have put on
2 coats of oil on this, and as you can see that part is still dry, still soaking up, so it's just to keep adding. And tomorrow we are gonna put varnish on it. So far, paint stripper, scrape it, sand it, oil it, and now let it dry. So let's let this dry and then put some varnish on it. So now it has had 2 coats of varnish, and as you can see, the wood is popping out real nice. And while the varnish is curing, we are gonna tackle a couple of smaller projects. Yeah, so now just to start screwing. Okay, that one. I forgot the piece that's gonna be for this. Close up the gap here. Well. One piece done. Ta-da! So now it's closed up here. The last piece of board on. Now that part is done, just put the table back. Now it's time to start fiddling with this. So now we have a piece that's gonna rise it up, keep it at as low as possible, but also give space to the compressor. And now we have a piece that we can use as a template. So now just to copy it, add these marks and cut it out. Now it's just to start to add some trim around
That's one we need to take down a bit. It's always something. It starts to come together. Now it's just to add this piece. So let's see. Something like that. Cut that out and inside of the lines. And yeah, when I do this, I always try to make the hole a little bit too small, and then use one of these to just file up the last make it fit. So let's hope that I did it like that this time as well. Ta-da! Something like that. I'm just gonna turn on the power so we see that it works. And yeah, now it's just to screw this together. So now I'm gonna see if I can get this trim off without destroying it and adding it here. Then we are finished. This is gonna take a while, I'm gonna be real careful about it, but it's basically just take a knife and start cutting 1/10 of a millimeter at a time. So be back in a bit. Looks like I'm gonna get it away. Cut it both sides, and now I'm just hammering in a screwdriver in between, and hopefully the glue will just crack. Well, it's not the best carpentry I've ever done, but it works and looks okay. That's not gonna go anywhere. So now all the projects before launching the boats are done except one. That's adding the last solar panel, but as you can see the weather is terrible. So I'm gonna start cleaning the boat instead, emptying this out, or at least organize it so it's easy to just carry out when we get to that. Otherwise it's just cleaning and antifoul left, and we're launching in 2 weeks, so I'm real happy with this. I really hope the weather is gonna get better during the day, because I really want to get the solar panel off, because then everything is done. And here you can see the handrails are all the way around, and it turned out really awesome. So let's get to cleaning and hope that the weather is gonna get better. Yeah, now when everything is in place and cleaned, I can give you some after pictures. Nice. Nice, massive mahogany. I'm really happy how this turned out, and it fits really good. And this table we're gonna take home and try to bring back to life. Yeah, the interior restoration is finished, at least here in the doghouse. Turned out really nice, and look at that mahogany. Doors turned out really nice. That one is the only thing left is to add some trim to cover this damaged section. Underneath here is good. Here is really nice, and this turned out real great. Doors. I know it's not the best lighting, but the table turned out really amazing. Same with the table down here. So next winter I'm probably gonna tackle this wood as well, but it's in good shape, so it just need a coat or two with oil and varnish. So this is how the doghouse looked before, and you've seen the result.